Hi everyone. Okay, so today I'm going to film my very first Christmas look for the season. I'm going to recreate the look, the Facechart look from Judas Tape. This one. How bomb is that? It's so beautiful. I fell in love when I first seen it. It's totally up my alley, and I'm going to try to recreate it as best as I can and do it justice, hopefully. Okay, so I'm gonna start completely barefaced. Well, not barefaced, but I have my moisturizer on. So I exfoliated already, and I have my moisturizer. I'm using the It Cosmetics moisturizer. I don't have it with me, so be sure to just tag it in below in the description. But yeah, I have toner, moisturizer, and that's it. So I'm gonna start with my brows, and I'm gonna start with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel. I don't have much like hair on my brows, but what I do have is just like all crazy all over the place. So I'm going to brush them upward and just keep them in place. Okay. Just so that they stay in place and the hairs are not all wispy. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry down. And now I'm going to take the Coastal Scents Rebel palette. I'm actually obsessed with ASMR, so I'm gonna be doing that like throughout the video because I actually want to start an ASMR channel. I've been wanting to start an ASMR channel, but I've never had the time to do it. So now that I have the time, I'm gonna try to add that to my to-do list. So yeah, so I'm gonna do the Rebel palette. I'm gonna use the Rebel palette by Coastal Scents. Look at this. How pretty is it? It's super bright, super vibrant, perfect for this look. And I'm going to use this green and this red. And I'm going to start on my brows. So I'm going to take an angled brush. Okay. I'm going to take a fluffy angled brush. And it doesn't have to be perfect, guys, because we're going to clean it up with concealer. But you do want to watch where you're, you know, you don't want to have too much fallout because the green color is really difficult to clean up without, like, staining your face. Well, red is also, so these are just, like, really tricky colors to use. So just keep in mind to tap off the excess. Okay, so I'm going to start. So I'm just gonna follow my natural brow. Okay. Okay, so now that we have our brows filled in, I'm going to take my concealer and an angled brush, and I'm just gonna clean them up and leave them nice and crisp. And yep, that'll be that. Concealer on the back of my hand. I know some people use a palette, but I don't really use a palette unless I'm like doing clients, but for myself, I don't want to, you know, use up more than I have to. Like, basically I'm saying I don't want to clean up after, so my hand, I just wipe it off. Okay. So I'm gonna start with the green brow. Then with the fluffy setting brush, I just go down and blend that nicely. And you want to take your time with this, guys, because these colors are not very forgiving. Okay, and then I'm going to blend in here. Just clean this up a little bit. Okay, then I'm going to take a smaller angled brush and go back in with the green and just fill in any like sparse areas, just dabbing it in. So we have our brows done, and now we're gonna move on to the eyes. So I'm going to take the Tarte Cosmetics concealer and I'm gonna prime my eyes with that. And we're gonna do one eye at a time, just so that I can really focus on you know, so that the primer doesn't dry out and give me like a different finish. So I'm gonna start on the red eye. I'm gonna add the primer and take my sponge. So I'm gonna take a fluffy brush, and in the same palette, I'm gonna take the white, which is called Innocent, and I'm gonna pack it onto the brow bone. This is just to help me get a smooth blend. And I usually don't go on the inside, I just stick to the outer left of the brow bone. Now that I have a nice little layer on there, I'm gonna take a super fluffy brush and dip into that red. And just start adding that red shade. And I'm just very gently tapping that on. And then on my inner lid, top under my brow bone, ever so gently just adding that green. And very slightly blending it into the red. Okay, so it looks like that. So the green is coming out a little like on the bluer toned. So to make it a little more vibrant, I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow, just so it could be like a really Christmassy green. Okay, so now using a fluffy tapered brush, I'm going to go into the red and intensify the color a little. Using the same brush, I'm gonna just wipe off the excess, and I'm gonna add a little bit of depth to the red by adding black. I'm just gonna leave the line there. I'm gonna do the same thing with the green. Okay, so it should look like this. Now, I'm gonna go back in with my tapered brush and blend upwards on the red. So now I'm going to go in with concealer and an angled brush. I would usually use a flat brush, but I didn't bring one with me, so I'm just going to use this one. So then from here, I'm going to drag this up because in her face chart, it's going upward. I usually love keeping my cut creases down, but I'm going to do it for the video. Okay, so now that I have my cut crease, so the next step in the look is to add green right under the red and then red right under the green. So let's do it. Okay, so now that we have the green, I'm going to add the red. And I'm going to use a very pointy brush. So then it should be looking something like this. And now I'm going to take a little bit of black and add it, just pop it right in the center. So now I'm going to clean up where I'm going to put the eyeliner on using Vaseline. So I finished this eye. So now I'm going to get started on the other eye. So I just realized I fucked up. I was supposed to keep the inner lid, the inner corner green and the outer corner red, and I switched it. So I don't want to start again. I don't have the time to start again, so I'm just gonna keep it. Okay, so now I'm going to take the Global palette. This is Global Colors palette. It's super amazing. I'm going to use the green. So you activate it with water. How bomb is that? I'm going to take it pretty thick because my lashes will end up covering it. How pretty is that? Ugh, this palette is amazing. I'm going to let that sit and then I'm going to go over it again. And then I'm going to use the Fenty liquid lipstick to do the outer wing. Okay, now that that's that, I'm gonna clean up under my eye and then do my lashes. So now with a very thin brush, I'm going to take a little more of that Fenty red and take it out. Now I'm going to take mascara. I'm using the Thrive Liquid Lash Extensions. Okay, so now I'm going to add my lash. And put it up higher. That makes sense. So it could give you that like cat eye. Okay, so now I have my lashes on and I'm going to go ahead and do my face and then we will come back and see the finished look. Okay guys, so this is the final look. Let me know what you think. I know it's not on 100% recreation because I messed up on the color placement, but I did my best. So yeah, what do you think? I mean, I would wear this for Christmas, but I don't know if you would. So let me know in the comments if you would wear something this bold for Christmas. I totally feel like an elf. Yeah, so thank you for watching. I hope you guys learned something. Let me know what you guys think of this look, and hopefully I'll be back with a new tutorial soon. Bye!